look what happens. A bunch of murders have gotten me stationed back here once again. Whitechapel. How I hate this place.
Easy on, fellas. I almost just spilt my pint of Guinness there. Well, last few dregs of Guinness. I just ran to the old fridge while this dialogue was going on. Let's continue, and welcome back, loyal subjects. This is chapter 4, and I am pleased to be here. I am finally taking control of a competent individual. Inspector Abberline is the only character we have had or been in control of thus far that has a good amount of brain cells in his cranium, and I am happy to do to play as him, because we've had in the past we've had the old hints. Look at that, inspector's badge. That's new. In the past we've had that clairvoyant, who I'm pretty sure we'll end up going back to soon. And we've had that.
Hi, sir.
Hello, my
Great
man.
to have you here to help us solve the murders. Dreadful case, the latest one. Victim was gutted.
Gutted like a fish. But yeah, we've had control of the clairvoyant, and I'm not a fan of the old clairvoyant's way of doing things. I prefer science and judgment and psychology and the rest of the works. And then we had the journalist for the Sun. No, it wasn't the Sun, was it? It was the Star. Pardon me. And the Star and the journalist is an absolute scumbag. So let's more about that later. We've had 2 murders now. I presume the last victim to be murdered, which was in the last chapter or video, was Polly Nichols, but we shall find out.
Yeah, so I heard. Which office am I using?
Hey Constable, aren't you going to offer me a can of Guinness?
On the left. Your things were delivered
Ah,
early.
yes. Right then, just pour some of that. We'll head into that old office on the left, but first of all, it's always good to do an old scout of this of the perimeter before you move on, so that you don't miss anything decent.
I guess I'll make a start by finding the case notes for the Nichols murder.
That's exactly who it was. Polly Nichols, I was right. And it gives us a huge hint by putting some red glowing stars around this box. Now, Polly Nichols is the first of the 5 canonical murders, which are the 5 murders that are definitely attributed to Jack the Ripper, or some say 4, but there'll be more about that dispute later on. Envelope unos, envelope dos, envelope tres. That's good. Do we need a whistle? But oh, he wants a pipe. This guy smokes a pipe. That's good. Just like the King of Funk. A golf ball. Right there. A rotten old golf ball. We also need a paperweight as well. Do we need a padlock? We certainly do need a padlock. Do we need a pair of scissors? We always need a pair of scissors in this game for some reason. I wonder if it's saying something to me. I wonder if there's a clue in the fact that we always need scissors. I'll have a retch if you don't mind. And that's not the action of my throat. I'm talking about the object that I have just picked up. A paperweight. Shaving cream. You don't need any of that, Abberline. Nah, he's going all natural. Fork. Right there. Spectre goggles. Right there. A key. Now the key is an absolute essential item. Why is the key an essential item? Because we want to open that cabinet that we were looking at earlier. Where's the binoculars? There's the binoculars. Where's the paperweight? Now that is an important one because that weighs down paper. That's a cert. There it is. The crescent moon and the key. So where is the key? I'm just having a quick look really close onto the screen. There's the crescent moon. Thank you. And we'll hit the old hints. Oh, the key's in there. That's the key. Oh, I didn't know that was a key. I'll keep the wrench. Better hang on to that. And I'll pour the rest of this Guinness right now. A second Guinness of the night. One cannot argue with that sort of stuff. Right, let's have a Uganda about on this table. Make sure that all is well and good. Right, okay, sorry. Does it make sense to me? Locked, of course. Case notes are in here too. We can't force the lock with the old key. I mean the old wrench. Because the paperwork was really handy for that last time. Oh, we just click back on that bit. Let's forget that. Because what we really need to do here is go back into the main palaver. And get into our cabinetio. Which is this here. We'll use that key to excellent! Brand new! Truncheon! Oh, I would have preferred that. That's like a more flamboyant truncheon. Fit for Inspector Abberline. Working class man, by the way. Worked his way up the ranks. Very good. One can't argue with that sort of thing. Needs his walking stick by the looks of things. A pencil. Do we need keys? Keys are always a good one to have. We don't need more scissors, do we? Good. We don't need a butcher's knife, do we? We need some knuckle dusters, because that's Inspector Abberline's style by the looks of things. It's going to be really hard for him to take down Isambard Kingdom Brunel unless he has some knuckle dusters. Another golf ball. You taking the Michael Caine? What does he need golf balls for? What does he need a glass eye for? What does he need a rolling pin for? A paper knife. Very handy implement, because that means we can go and force the drawer back in that room. Let's hit the old hints first. Knuckle dusters. He's already got his pipe, didn't he? I don't think he decided to keep it though. Well, there's a little flintlock musket there behind that magnifying glass, and a candle. Apple. We need the arrowhead, which should be protruding somewhere. Pencil. There we go. Don't know how the hell it was floating in mid-air like that. But these things happen. There's a Queen Victoria medal as the arrowhead. And now we just need this brooch. It's really gone up in my estimations, that was it there. Keep the truncheon. Keep the key. Is that all you're going to keep from that little endeavour into a... And of course we need those case files. Case files! For the Nichols murder. Yeah, I just... didn't I... What the monkey's uncle? There she is, dead as doornails. Born Mary Ann Walker on August 26, 1845 in Dawes Court, Chew Lane off Fleet Street. Known aliases Polly Nichols. Last address Whitmore's lodging house at 18 Frall Street, Spitalfields. Interesting fact you might want to know, that picture there, it's a picture of a woman murdered at the scene, where only one of the Jack the Ripper murders photos were taken at the scene, and that was Mary Jane Kelly, who we will meet at the end, absolutely carved up like a piece of ham. Whereas the rest of the Ripper victims were, the photos were taken in the mortuary, on the slab, and not out on the concrete cobbles as you can see in that photo. Investigated this. So let's get the funk out and have a look at the actual crime scene. There's a few other discrepancies as well which just aren't worth mentioning.
The body of Mary Ann Nichols was found outside Bucks Row stables. I'll take a look at my map and then head over there and check out the murder scene.
Sounds good. Do you know what Inspector Abberline looks like here? He looks like Hugo Weaving. A little bit, tiny little bit. Think about that. From a Matrix. But here's an even interesting fact. Inspector Abberline, real character, well real life person obviously, has been put in fictional movies as an inspector. For example, The Wolfman, 2010. Inspector Abberline was in that, and guess who was played by? A Hugo Weaving, who I have a lot of admiration for. because that film was mediocre at best, but there was a few good actors in there that really saved it, including Hugo Weaving and Anthony Hopkins, but mainly Hugo Weaving. When he walks into the pub and orders a pint of bitter, watch that scene.
Box Row. This is where the body of Mary Ann Nichols was found in the early hours of the morning. Officers noted there had been very little blood on the ground, considering the severity of her wounds.
Right then, shall we go inside the old Brown's stable? Ooh, now what is that there? It looks like the gate, a winch mechanism, is missing a cog from here. So we're gonna have to go hunting for the old cog, aren't we? Oh, bloodstains. Blood splatters and blood stains. This is where the body was found. You can still see the blood stains. Now that's good, because I was about to say before, one of the other discrepancies was that the body was outside the stables, but in the dream she was actually inside, wasn't she? Or at least I think. Let's forget that for now. Let's take a wrench to this old bicycle. Thank you very much for that bicycle, cog, if you don't mind. Can we take the old chain as well? Certainly can. And we shall place a cog with the monkey's uncle. Do you mean the cog doesn't seem... Oh, alright. Can we hit the old hints up? Ooh! He's missing a cog from here as well. Now that is no good thing at all. Let's have a look in these boxes. Do you mind if I take a cog, if you don't mind? Once more onto the breach, dear friends. Once more onto the bike chain. That is ridiculous. What the monkey's uncle? I can't believe I fandied around with that. This is where the body was discovered in the dream, wasn't it? So let's get on with this next quest, which we've been here before. Pipe. Go on, Aberline. I know you like your pipe. A hammerhead. So the head of a hammer. What about a cannon? A laudanum bottle. Ooh, now that is interesting. Wonder if this murderer used it to drug his victims. Ooh. Right then, a saw. Hammerhead, if you don't mind. Do we need a wrench this time? We certainly do not. The coin is there, because we've done this before. The crown is there, we've done that before. The rusty cog is there, because we've done that one before as well. Why on earth will... That's definitely a bell, isn't it? Because that's the actual bell we're looking for. There's a 13 sign again. An old sock up here. There it is. An old boot up here. And a chess piece. A piece of chess. There we go. The castle. Or the rook. Ooh. Ah. So what this game is presenting is the fact that the body looks like it's been moved. Sounds about right, doesn't it? A saw, a truncheon, and a hammerhead. And that's about our lot, I'd say, in here, unless we hit the old... Way stable doors! Oh. A wooden handle. Just for the saw. As easy as that, eh? Boom! Thank you very much. Chisel. Could come in handy. Now what did we pick up from the... Oh, right. Oh, no, that is obscure. It's a stone disc with a strange symbol carved into it. Obviously, Aberline has no knowledge of what this symbol is.
If Nichols was murdered inside the stables, then dragged outside. There's certainly a lot of blood. And what's this strange symbol hidden under the cobbles? I'm gonna head back to the station and go over the evidence.
You do that, Aberline, my friend.
There's something strange about this new murder. Something just doesn't fit. I need to look at the case notes from the Tabran murder to see if there are any similarities.
Good man. In real life you found no similarities, but this is a video game after all. For the Tabran files. Pardon. Or just get them. Good hard hit to free it. Which one is it? Middle one. Now the Tabran murder files, if you don't mind. We'll get back inside, plonk our anuses on this seat, and keep attributing facts of murders linking Isambard Kingdom Brunel to the case. Let's click on this bad boy. Click and drag the photos into the correct positions for the 2 murders. Right, okay. The way the photos go on this. Obviously got them the wrong way around by the looks of things. There we go, photos go at the top of the old whiz bang. That one goes there by the looks of things. These are murder weapons. Potential murder weapons. 13. And finally, why would the Ripper use laudanum? Or he has been on strangled people before, cutting their throats, but
this latest murder was more violent, and the wounds a little more precise. Could we be dealing with a different killer? Or is he simply gaining confidence and changing his signature? Gotta catch him before more women die.
Good point, Abeline. It's a different killer. I'm pretty convinced that it's a different killer. So Tabram was definitely murdered with a bayonet by a couple of Coldstream guards.